Everybody to the February Citizens Communications Council meeting. And there are no announcements that I'm aware of. Does any of the members have an announcement tonight? So we'll begin with Studio 21. George Strimmel is the general manager. Good evening, George.
Good evening to all of you and to all of you who are watching via either Channel 10 or Channel 30. There is not a lot to report except the business continues on. We're on 24/7 with programming, with new programming. The new cameras are up, running, thanks to our...
Is the political thing resolved to 15 minutes and 30 minutes?
Oh, yes. Then I should announce that the request was made, as you know, at a meeting here, that we extend the time limit on our political programming. Just briefly, that means anyone who is on the ballot in Radnor, from the time they qualify to be on the ballot until it's resolved in an election, a primary or a general election, that person was allowed 15 minutes. That's now a half an hour per week. And that's per program. And that's in the normal rotation. So that really means the programs are on at least an hour every week for every candidate.
That's because the same half hour is repeated.
Yes, correct. That's exactly the way it runs. So that half hour has gone into effect. And that means that the programs that are pre-prepared for people who might be standing, who are in Harrisburg currently representing, don't have to be cut in half. We can just run them as they come to us from Harrisburg.
Okay.
So while we worked with the other one, we'll work with this one.
George, you've had any reaction to the quadrangle programming that you've been doing?
Yes, some people. So yes, I can honestly say that I've had good response to that. Some of it, perhaps, the quadrangle, again, for a quick explanation, is our academic area that reflects the universities that we are getting programming from. Some of those are as far away as Stanford, and some of them are as close as Princeton. And some of them, indeed, are right here and with Eastern University. So we're presenting programs on a regular basis. These aren't necessarily classes. They're, for the most part, the kind of symposia that people would have. There was an interesting 6-part series on the management of the internet and what have you, which brings experts and academic experts and business experts from all over the country in, and we are able to present those.
Good. Any other questions?
We are also working with the Senior Center on a program that will be soon introduced that may see some expansion, not only of Radnor Studio 21, but the Senior Center and the library, putting on my hat as the current president of the library. So that's something else that's coming, and if you really want to know more about that, tune in on Monday night, weather permitting, at 7 o'clock for the commissioners' meeting. When we'll be right back here at this stand.
Okay, thank you, George.
Thank you.
Kate of Comcast fame.
Over there.
Good evening, Kate.
Good evening. Well, the biggest news I have to report this month is, as you may have heard,
rates again.
No, we are now, starting on February 12th, our television service, our phone service, and our internet service is now referred to as Xfinity. So we're offering Xfinity TV, Xfinity Internet, and Xfinity Voice. Basically, we're still the same company, still Comcast, but as different markets meet specific requirements, such as more than 5,000 HD choices and 50 megabytes per speed, they become Xfinity markets, just as a showcase to all of the new products and services that we're offering. You may recall back in December at the meeting I announced that we had Fancast Xfinity TV, so that was kind of a primer for what we're up to now. So,
how could anybody forget that?
Right. And that's pretty much all I have to report. I do still need to work with Joan on the DTA issue. Yeah. Just waiting to hear if the school district does have a fiber ring, because then we might be able to provide a couple of ideas for how the box issue can be resolved. But I think that I'll be working with her offline for now.
Okay, have you spoken with her since last month?
I have not. I sent a couple of emails, but, I'll stay on top of it.
Okay, because that would be, we know, helpful to the school district.
Are there any questions?
Any questions for Comcast? Steve?
No, good.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Kathy. Verizon.
Good evening.
Fios versus, what's the name of that?
Xfinity.
Xfinity. Boy, you're really taxing liability.
I'm going to keep it short and sweet as well. I only have one new item to report, and it's a notification that just got sent out today about our Fox Reality channel on channel 179. The provider is actually removing that channel due to low viewership, so sent out notification on that today.
There's enough reality in the
Yeah.
world. I agree with
My
that.
sentiments exactly. So that's, unless you guys have any questions, that's.
Were you able to email to John Riley?
You know what, I just remembered on the way over here that I never got that email out to him, but I will. I still have the email address. It's actually sitting on my kitchen table right now, so I'll send it out to him tonight when I get home.
Okay, now, I want to hold you to it.
It did. It slipped my mind after our meeting, but I will get that out to him.
Okay, fine, thank you.
Mr. Chairman,
Yeah,
I have a question
please.
for
Shoot.
Verizon and also for Kate, if she don't mind taking another one. With all the snow that we've had, have you had any service problems that are persisting or have not been able to deal with?
The only outages that I've been made aware of as far as the FiOS TV channel outage were power related for any local channels that had power issues, where we're generating content from. None in Radnor, so, but some other municipalities had some issues with power outages that caused the channel to go down.
From the electric grid, from the
Yeah,
power grid?
just because
Right.
the equipment that we used to obtain the content was at that site and didn't have power. So, but nothing here in Radnor to report.
And I'm not aware of any.
Okay, good, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, under old business, excuse me, addressing the status of the communications ordinance. My understanding, John Riley is out of town this week and thus is not here to report specifically, but he did send me an email this week. My understanding is that we're down to sending the final revisions to John Rice, the solicitor, for him to, I guess, structure the final version of the ordinance itself. So, God willing, that program is behind us. And have we had any, Steve, additional requests from wireless?
Just an initial contact from Clear Communications expressing interest in possibly locating a site on our Radnor Tower here next to the Township building. That's only in the initial stages, though. I don't have anything formal yet,
Okay.
but I'm working out the details with them.
Oh, so they've sort of contacted you but haven't filed specifically?
That's correct.
Okay.
I'll have more of a report at the next meeting.
Okay. Now, we did get an email from Tim Lay about some critical dates. Did you get a copy of that, Steve?
Yes, I did.
Does that affect us? I happen to have left it in the office, so I don't have it with me.
I'm not quite sure. I just need to get a little bit more clarification
So
from,
would you take a look at the open issues that we have with wireless?
we have 3 open issues right
Okay.
now.
If you would check those against the critical dates that Tim Lay gave you, we can see whether or not we have to be proactive.
And I'll
Okay?
report back to the committee members by email.
Okay, good.
Okay?
Thank you very much. New business? Do you have any new business? No. Public participation? You sure? Okay, I move for adjournment.
I so
Somebody?
move.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much for coming. I appreciate you two guys coming out in the weather and all. It's very good of you, and we appreciate it.